Hey folks, I'm Tommy, the CEO of timeOS, and I'm thrilled to show you the new builder and walk you through the most cool use cases that I found in using the builder. Now, before that, I want to share why this is important. So, imagine that you had a meeting or recorded a note. Now, timeOS captured the summary for you automatically. But the summary, while good, is just a memory without momentum. And I think that you can relate to the fact that there is a gap between the things that we discussed about to the things that happen in reality. And I think we want to bridge this gap. We want to make it more blur. So you can not only speak about stuff that you want to do, things will happen in the background for you. And this is the first step of making it happen. Now, this is a summary, a regular summary from a meeting that I had about a meetup with relay.app. We are planning the meetup in this session, and I got this recap. Now, it's a great thing to maybe reflect on what happened in this meeting, but how can I turn it into an actual plan, an execution plan? Now, let's open the builder and just pass the prompt. You can just write whatever idea that you had. It can be a meeting template. It can be a format that you had in mind. Now, I just turn this into a concise webinar kickoff plan, title, roles, timeline, and promotion checklist. And then Command Enter or Control Enter if you're using Windows, and it will instantly start to work for you. Now, let's see the results. Now you can see that that the builder understands that I want a webinar title. I want to understand the roles of everyone in this webinar. So yeah, myself, I'm the host, and my co-host, Thais from Relay. There is like the technical support thing, the promotion leader, and also timeline and milestones and promotion checklist that I need to do. I think it's a good start, but let's take it a step forward. We introduced in this new release visual blocks. You can turn any text into visual assets. Now, I want to turn the timeline section into table. Why? Because maybe it's easier for me to consume it. Maybe I can just copy and paste it and send it via email so everyone can understand what they need to do. So a timeline and milestones, I think it's a better format to present it in a table. Okay, and look at this. So we get this table of like milestone description, responsible person, date and time frame. It's amazing. Now I can see it in a better format than just a list, a laundry list, which is like too long. Now I can understand what are the milestones of this webinar, what everyone and everyone needs to do. And I can just send it, via email. I can just say, okay, boom, I can just send it to everyone, and including the table, this beautiful table over here. Now, we'll also introduce graphs and mind maps and other things that you can play with, which are pretty amazing. But I want you to see what happened in the background. Not only the builder brought you this, amazing, output, it also created a template for you, right? So every time you put something, an idea in the builder of a format, or maybe you want to make it more concise, maybe you want to translate it to your own language, like I'm speaking Hebrew, but maybe you want to, translate to German, to whatever you want, and instantly it will appear. Now, what happens in the background, it communicates with our template builder, and in real time, it builds a template. So you can see all this section, they created from one prompt, the timeline and milestones, promotion checklist. So I can just say, you know what, timeline and milestones are more valuable for me. Let's bring them up, right? And when you run it, it instantly happens, right? You see the timeline and milestones that are in the front of the page. Now you can also do it the same with language. You can play with all these different building blocks and make them your own kind of perfect format. Now, let's say I love this, right? Let's say this is a great format for me for every webinar planning that I have with my team, with my marketing team, and maybe with an external co-host. Like in this case, this was a partnership with relay.app, a great tool. Check it out. Now, it's really easy now to save it as a template and rerun it every time you have something similar. So what you need to do is just save it as a new template or update any template that you're on now, right? So let's save this as a new template and rename it like webinar planning. And that's it. You have a new template in your template gallery. Now, look how fast it is to switch between different templates. Let's say I want the project kickoff template instead of webinar planning. Maybe it's more accurate. Maybe it's a better template for this. So instantly I see the template. including context, deliverables. I see some timelines over here and action items in the format of action items. Amazing. And then I can play with, the blocks and save it, or just tell the builder what I want. right? One of the best things about this new approach is that we're starting to embed some cool integrations and agents into this workflow. One example is that you can draft emails that will be embedded inside of this summary, right? So this is a very cool thing to do if you have a meeting with a client or if you have something you need to follow on after the meeting. You could create an entire follow-up flow just with one prompt. So let's see how does it work. So let's generate 2 follow-up emails with decisions and action items. Great. Of course, you can change it. You can say, and I want it concise, right? I want it concise because no one likes to read long emails. Let's run it and see the results in action. Great. So you can see the first follow-up email too. Yes. You can see an actual composer inside the page, and you can open it in your email client, and it will be already directed to the person that you met. And I have here, hello team, just an update for the team about the follow-up and project kickoff. So it actually knows the context of the meeting that I'm at and act upon it. So you can see a follow-up project kickoff decision and action item. So it created a few emails for probably different stakeholders. Now, when you click open in email, I can instantly see this email inside of my Gmail composer. Very soon, very, very soon, we're going to have a way to send it directly from timeOS, so don't worry about it. It will happen without context switching at all. Great. Moving on to other stuff. Now, we're going to allow community members and time creators to create great templates, and they will share it with the team. We already have some amazing use cases that you can find in our new website. So if you go to time.new, or timeOS.ai, but time.new is really cool. We own the domain, which is nice. And when you go to Builder, you can see some very cool use cases by our community. And every day we're going to drop a new template, a new workflow. I want to show you this workflow. This is by Michal Porat. She's a podcast producer and a content coach for founders, for leaders. And basically her mission is to turn messy thoughts into meaningful content. And she did an amazing job with this workflow. And what you can do right now, up until we have public templates, and you can do it with one click, you just copy this prompt. Okay, and you get this entire workflow in timeOS. Let's see it in action. So copy the prompt, open timeOS, and I'm going to also open the template panel so you can see it in real time. And I'm going to pass the prompt, the entire prompt here. The most amazing thing about the builder that you can just throw any context that you want. You can put websites here. You can put the job descriptions. You can put like anything that you want to give context about how you want your AI to act. What kind of format do you want to get? And it will do an amazing job. So let's run it and see how timeOS creates this template in real time. Okay, so the purpose of this template is to turn meetings, right, that you add, maybe internal meetings, maybe a meeting with a client, to a content machine. So, if you ever had this problem when you run out of ideas of what to post on LinkedIn or X or anything, maybe you want to have a blog post, but run out of ideas. We say a lot of brilliant stuff, and every time we say it, we're like, I wish it was recorded. I wish that I could do something with it. So timeOS, what it can do, it can actually turn it with one template. It can actually turn it into a content machine. So you get some cool ideas for content of, maybe promotional content for this webinar. And then you, with the new email embed, you can actually share it with stakeholders. You can share it with clients, and you can maybe approve testimonials with clients that you just had a meeting with. So a lot of cool stuff that you can do. I always forget to approve testimonials with customers, and then, they just like, I just forget about it. And if every testimonial, every positive thing that a member said about our product is an opportunity to bring more great users and bring timeOS to the world. So it's a missing opportunity. And your conversations, they have a lot of it, right? They have a lot of different opportunities to create momentum and more growth and just more good execution. So let's stop talking about it and let's start doing it. And I think this is what the builder is trying to do. And this is only the first step, because we're going to bring more agents. For example, a cool thing that we're working on is actually an idea that came from our community. people said that they are sharing the video recording, and once they share it, they even edit it to extract maybe just a few minutes out of it, because they understand that maybe their guests want to watch the entire video. So maybe they just want 30 seconds, a minute to just showcase something, maybe a testimonial, maybe an idea. So this is really cool. What you can build with, you do with the builder, you can just ask, create a 30-minute, sorry, what happened to me? Create a 30-second video clip, right? And just specify whatever you want about the moment, or from the moment the customer talked positively about the product, right? Yeah, and just in your own words. And what timeOS will do, it will actually create in a new visual block, we call it video clips block. So in this new block, it will create a video which you can share independently, even without sharing the entire summary. Independently, you can share this clip with, your team on Slack, on whatever you use, and they can just watch a 30-second recap, or just a quick video of the moment that the customer said something good. So imagine you can share it on Slack every time someone says something great, and your team is like thrilled and everyone are happy. So this is where we're taking it. And another thing that we're going to invest a lot of time in terms of the experience is to integrate agents. So think about the builder right now communicates with your meetings and conversations, but it can also communicate with other tools. It can tell Notion or Google Doc to do something in their own territory, which is really cool. Like, think about, you can create proposals in Google Docs just by saying, hey, create me a proposal. And once you have this agent working, it can work in loop. It can work again and again and again. Anytime you have a similar meeting, right? So every time you have a meeting with your client, it will create a Google Doc for you, with a proposal that will be so personalized. So you get this deal right? Amazing. So this is kind of, my thoughts about this new direction. Obviously, I'm very passionate about it. I would love to hear feedback from you. And if you're passionate as well as I am, and you feel it as well as I am, contact us, and maybe you can join as a time creator. Maybe you can create some great stuff that, other people can use. And this is exactly the community that we're building. People like Michal, they're creating these amazing templates and, sharing it with the world. Every day you're going to find a cool use case of how people utilize the new builder, and how they are saving so much time and creating momentum in their day. So happy to hear your thoughts. Thank you for listening, and enjoy building. Bye-bye.